comes to distinctively stylistic type of films, Tim Burton has made some of the most interesting films of the last 30 years. His work is usually of a dark gothic and sometimes very bizarre type of films, and he pulls it off really well. Even if some people didn't like a whole lot of his work, there would still be some praise for the atmosphere and visuals alone. Now, it was quite a lot of fun making a list of my favorite Tim Burton movies, and I'd like to share my top 5 that I would recommend. So without further ado, these are my top 5 of my favorite Tim Burton movies. Number 5 is Betelgeuse. The movie revolves around a married couple who get killed in a car accident and become ghosts. A new family has moved into their home, so they employed the help of Betelgeuse in order to scare them off. This is probably one of the most off-the-wall of Tim Burton's films. This is a movie where the imagination is endless when creating otherworldly creatures and environments. Michael Keaton is insane as Betelgeuse, and he really owns the role. Whenever he is on screen, it's hard to take your eyes off him. It may not have an in-depth story, but the visuals and atmosphere are worth giving this movie a watch. Number 4, Batman. This is the first movie to portray Batman in a much darker tone than previous renditions before, and a lot have taken inspiration since. This is probably one of the most visually stunning versions of Gotham City I've seen, as it has an interesting mix of 1940s and 1980s aesthetic, and has a mood that is very bleak. Michael Keaton is one of the best live-action Batmans, next to Christian Bale, with a very likable Bruce Wayne, but also badass as Batman. The Joker, played by Jack Nicholson, was creepy, but at the same time, you can't help but laugh along with him, despite horrible things he does in the movie. And the music by Danny Elfman is still some of the best Batman music ever made. It gives a great mix of moody but also epic tone to the movie. Number 3, Sleepy Hollow. This is a movie well worth watching on Halloween, as it has the perfect vibe to it, with a foggy and creepy town and pumpkins giving it this staple Halloween look. Now, this is probably the loosest adaptation of the original story, but it shows that it can hold its own as a fun horror movie. Johnny Depp plays Ichabod Crane and does a good job of portraying his cowardice, but also trying to overcome it in the face of danger. If you want to have some fun in a horror movie, this is one to check out. Number 2, Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. This is a movie I haven't seen until now. When I first saw posters of the film when I was young, I thought it was just going to be a horror film about a barber who slashes victims' throats with a razor. And while you get that here, I was actually surprised that it was a musical, and a damn good one at that. The plot revolves around a barber named Sweeney Todd, who gets back from banishment to get revenge on the judge that ruined his life, meanwhile slashing customers' throats for Mrs. Lovitz to make meat pies out of. The songs are beautiful and menacing at the same time, lending well to the tragic story, and Johnny Depp gives one of his best performances as a vengeful monster that you also kind of root for to kill the horrible judge. Tim Burton's gothic style really lends itself well to the film, reflecting Sweeney's dark mind. Now here is my number 1 favorite Tim Burton movie, Ed Wood. Now this movie I consider essential for anyone with an interest in making movies. It's about the so-called worst director of all time, Edward D. Wood Jr., who made B-movies really cheap and really fast. It chronicles the making of 3 of his most popular films, Glen or Glenda, Bride of the Monster, and Plan 9 from Outer Space. It shows the struggles he goes through, but his perseverance to get the films finished, no matter how crude it is. Johnny Depp plays Ed Wood, and does an incredible job in the role. You laugh at him, but also empathize with him at the same time. Martin Landau plays famous horror actor Bela Lugosi so well that I didn't see Martin Landau, I just saw Bela Lugosi right in front of me. It's a film that celebrates artists in making their vision possible despite the odds against them. So those are my top 5 favorite Tim Burton movies. Now, what are your top 5s? Leave it in the comments down below, or if you prefer, make a video response to this video. Now if you like what you've seen here, click the subscribe button and see more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.